Hi there, welcome to Kneppy Invest. August is my favorite investing month of the year simply because it is reporting season or reporting month, and companies are releasing the half year or full year results en masse over the last few days. In fact, the first 2 days of this particular trading week have been my favorite two trading or investing days for a long time. And the main reason behind that is just the significant movement in the share prices of a lot of companies that I am interested in. Not only up, but a lot of companies' share price have dropped a lot. So I thought instead of doing a standalone video today, and I was going to do an Altium because the share price currently is up 27.5% because of their awesome results. I was also maybe thinking of doing a video on Megaport because their share price is up 17% because of their full year results. I thought instead of doing that, I'll just go into not detail, but we'll have a look at some of the share price movements and charts of companies that have released their results in the last 2 days. And another reason I really like this sort of period in the year is because with this volatility in the share price of many companies, it opens up opportunities for us to buy into companies. Not only those companies whose share price have gone down and the market might be overreacting, but also those companies that have released really good results. And this could just be the start of a significant uptrend for those companies. So what I usually do every single day during August is I write down every single company that releases their results. And generally over the next few months, I will try to get through as many of these results as possible. Now, just today, we have seen probably 35 companies, maybe even 40 companies, release their results. And there is no way I can get through or even look at every single company's results. So I will pick and choose, and mostly I pick and choose those companies I am interested in. But even those companies I'm not interested in, I will eventually look at their half year or full year results. And the other thing I do is I look at the market reaction for all these companies because we can get a pretty good insight to how these results compare to expectations, or even how the company or the market is reacting to the company's outlook for the following year. So let's have a look at some of the companies that release results on Monday, August the 21st. Now, not quite as many companies yesterday as those companies, as those who released their results today. I am recording this video at 3:30 p.m. on August 22. So for some reason, more companies want to release their results today. So yesterday, probably the first company I really want to look at is A2 Milk. Now, I was going to do a standalone video on this company because the share price fell about 13.6%. Share price has bounced today, up currently 4.3%, but the chart looks pretty nasty. This is the daily chart, so I'll be looking at all daily charts for these companies, and the daily chart looks pretty nasty. Not only that, fairly big volume coming in on A2 Milk. Now, I will do a standalone video on A2 Milk's results because I think there's enough to talk about in the results, particularly their outlook. So the markets punished A2 Milk not because of their results, but mostly because of their weak outlook, in particular in regards to China. And I'll talk more about that when I do a standalone video on A2 Milk. Another company that released negative results was Reliance Worldwide Corporation, a company I have owned in the past, no longer owned, and their results looked fairly weak on first look. And the share price has nosedived in the last 2 days, not only down 8.2% on the 21st of August, down another 4% today. And the share price the chart was looking pretty good, but the chart has been harmed. Not only that, more volume today than yesterday. So it looks like it has taken the market a little bit of time to digest these results. And the market has not liked what they have seen when it comes to Reliance Worldwide Corporation. Next company is Media. Who knows how you pronounce that. These actual results looked pretty good, but no significant positive reaction from the market. Now, the share price was up 6% on the day, further 0.3%. But you could just look at the chart. The company did release some negative news on the 3rd of May with the share price dropped 24%. So at this point in time, just below looking at the chart, the market is a little bit uncertain about Media moving forward, and the share price is not in an uptrend, and plenty of resistance moving forward for Media. Now, a company I do own, and I have changed the way I've invested the last few years, where I am willing to hold good quality companies, high quality companies, or potentially high quality companies, even though I think they might be overvalued. And Audinate is one of those companies. I just went, I want to own this company because eventually this company is going to explode when it comes to their financials. And possibly we have started to see that with Audinate. Another company I will most likely do a standalone video because the market has gone bonkers over Audinate over the last 2 days. Share price up 11% on the Monday, a further 9% on the Tuesday, and this chart looks absolutely spectacular. Massive volume coming in. This is a breakout I'm always looking for, and the breakout was at a share price of about $10.20. Now we know that's the a really strong resistance level because the share price has really struggled to get above this zone. So this is a classic breakout. Now the question is, and I did ask myself this, will I add to my position in this company? I decided not to because I do have a good holding in Audinate, but this is why I'm willing to hold these companies, these possibly high quality companies. I wouldn't quite call Audinate a high quality company just yet, simply because who knows when the share price might break out. Although you could argue all I had to do was wait until yesterday to take a position in this company, and even though the share price did rally 11%, that's 11% higher than I might have bought it in. And I have held this company for a while, and I did buy in at much lower prices. So there's arguments for and against taking a position and just waiting, being patient. Breville, another company I own. Now, initially, the market reacted really good. Share price got as high as $27. In fact, if we look at the 1 hourly chart, you get a little bit of a different perspective that a lot of selling has come in. So in the first hour, when the company did release their results, share price actually increased. If I can get it here, share price actually increased 15.3%. And then the selling came in, and the selling has continued. In fact, the share price has decreased from $27 to current share price of $24.31. So I thought this was a potential another breakout just like Audinate, but that selling, and a lot of selling has come in, really high volume after that first hour. This makes me a little bit more wary about Breville, even though I am bullish about the long-term future of this company. So this is a long-term hold for me. Objective Corporation. I do have a watch list that is called high quality companies that I don't own, and this company is one of those companies. This company is one of those companies within that watch list. I'm waiting for a good buying price. Now, and it's sort of a technical sign as well. Now, the share price did break out of that downtrend in late May, early June, but the share price has been going sideways ever since then, which is a good sign. It's consolidating. And what I want to see is a breakout to the upside before I take a position. So that means the share price would have to get above $14. Unfortunately, company released their results and share price down almost 10% on the day and flat today. If the share price fell below $12, that would be fairly bearish. Now, yesterday on the 21st of August, share price briefly fell below $12. That could have been the time to take a position in this company. Now, this is a high quality company. They had a weak year, but I think this company will rebound in the next few years and they will return to pretty good growth. Now, in saying all that, the price to earnings or PE ratio of this company is still 55. So a lot of promise potential is already priced into Objective Corporation, even though they did release disappointing results. Smart Parking, not a company I follow that closely, but I can't ignore what happened when the company released their results. Share price rose 20%. Share price has pulled back a little bit, which is understandable. Probably the main thing I have against Smart Parking and their results was lack of volume. I would have liked to see higher volume, but a nice looking chart for Smart Parking. Now, Nuix has been all over the place, up 11% today, a lot of volatility, and you can see that volatility when we look at the 1 hourly chart. So this company released their results a few days ago. So a lot of volatility. I was thinking of taking a position, or taking another position in this company at about $1.40, and I've missed the boat with Nuix, but chart looks quite volatile, and no doubt day traders are loving Nuix right now because of this volatility. Now to a company that did release their results initially on the 21st, share price down a fair bit. That's Adairs. Share price down. What was it? For some reason, this is really slow. Share price down 15.5%, has rallied back up to 4.6%. So this is the opportunities I'm talking about. If you think the market has overreacted, this is a chance to maybe take a position in Adairs. But when you look at this chart, and this is the daily chart going all the way back to May last year, share price is in a downtrend and almost at long-term lows. And again, I haven't looked at these results. More than likely, the market was really disappointed in the financial results from Adairs. Now, I did do a standalone video on Iris, the next company I'll be looking at. And I just wanted to see how the market reacted today. I wouldn't have been surprised to see a bounce because the share price of Iris was down 36% on the 21st after their results, and is down another 5.6% today. So a lot of selling coming in, and the selling has not subsided. Well, you could. That's false. The selling has subsided in terms of volume, but there's still a lot of volume. And we have seen just one little bounce today, but that bounce has failed and the share price is still dropping. So this is one of those potential turnaround stories. We'll just say potential at this point in time. Who knows how much further the share price has to fall from here. So that's all the companies I want to look at that released results yesterday. We could have looked at a few other companies. Now, I lie because Altium released their results after the market closed. I looked at the results because they're the only company that released the result. Well, not the only company. There were a few other companies that released their results after the closing of trading on Monday. And I went to have a look at their results and I was blown away. I looked at it and went, damn, I wish I was a shareholder of this company. And I decided to take a position in Altium on open. That's exactly what I did. And I was hoping the market might have missed it. Maybe the market, the share price only would rise 5% on open. I was mistaken. Share price, I think I bought in when the share price was up about 15%. So let's have a look at Altium today. Actually, I don't have to do that. So Altium up 26.5%. Now, share time is 3:40. Now, I'm just going to have a look at what the share price is doing right now. Of course, I am a new shareholder of Altium. I've held this company in the past, and this is up 25.7%. So I bought some shares below $44. It wasn't quite on open. I missed the open price by a little bit. And then I decided I would just buy in. So I bought just below the open price. So in fact, by being a little bit patient, I actually bought in at a cheaper price. So it opened at $43.98. So I bought in around about $43.92. Share price now $46.37. Now, the one thing to be wary about when company shares open up at such a premium, at such a high level than the previous day, so they opened up about 15 or 16% higher, is a concern, like what happened to Breville yesterday, that the market and the share price will decrease after you buy in. That's always the concern I have when I do this. But I just looked at their results. I will do a standalone video on Altium, so probably won't go through the results right now. But I think they hit it out the ballpark. And I think this company is going places, and I think there is a potential. They do have goals they've stated their goals in terms of sort of revenue and something like that for 2026, if I remember correctly. And I think there is a chance they will beat those goals. And the market loves it. And just look at that. So this is the 1 hourly chart. Actually, we'll go to the daily chart because just look, share price of Altium was not doing anything. So really, the share price of Altium was going sideways for the last year. So the last time the last time this company released their full year results in August of last year, there was actually a good reaction from the market. Share price up 20% on that day, and then share price went sideways. Now the share price is up a further 26% today. And maybe the share price will go sideways for the next year. But this is, I want to say, all-time share price high. I'm thinking it might have, we're at all-time high for Altium right now. So the previous high was back in late 2021 when the share price got to $46. So we had the all-time high for Altium, no resistance. Probably the only negative thing I might think of would be maybe volume. Maybe I would like a little bit more volume, but I'm nitpicking when it comes to Altium's results. These were really good results. Another company, if I remember correctly, that did release their results after closing of trading yesterday, the 21st of August, was Wagner's holding. This is a company that, pretty sure they're Brisbane-based. I have not had a close look at this company. I'm pretty sure they're into concrete, and I'm pretty sure they're developing or trying to develop new types of concrete, engages in the manufacture and sales of construction materials and services. I don't actually say anything about concrete, but I'm pretty sure they're into concrete. New generation building materials segment refers to the building products and construction materials through composite, fiber, technologies, and earth-friendly concrete businesses. Yes. Now, the reason I decided to look at or include Wagner's in this video is because this is another potential breakout. Share price has reacted well to the results, up 8.9%, and the share price is now at almost a one-year high. So I'm putting Wagner's onto my watch list here. The results look pretty good as well. I was thinking, gee, this company is looking potentially cheap. So if you look at the market cap of this company, it's only 150 million. But when you look at their results, and maybe I'll do a standalone video on this company too. I'll write that down so I don't forget. So lots of companies, standalone video, SOV on Wagner's, because this chart looks pretty good. And this is another potential breakout. Now, on the flip side of Wagner's potential breakout, we have Perenti. Share price down 14.8%. And what is interesting about their trading today is I did have a look at how Perenti was trading on open. Share price wasn't down. In fact, the share price opened up, if I remember correctly. So a lot of selling has come in during the day. You can see that with the one-day candlestick, a very long body. And the way to, if you don't know how to read candlesticks, so the body is sort of the area between, or the price between, is that the way to say it? The price between the high, not the high, the open and the close. If it's red, that means the open was higher than the close. If it's green, that means the close is higher than the open. And then if you have those shadows to the top and the bottom of the tail, those represent the highs and the lows of the day. So when you see this long red candlestick like we are seeing today on Perenti, that means the share price actually opened up today. And you see that if we just look at the 1 hourly chart, and then the selling came in. In fact, the selling came in the first hour, massive red body in that first hour. Share price actually opened at $1.22. The previous day, the share price closed at $1.21, so it was up 1 cent. So someone's looked at these results and went, I think I might take a position in Perenti, and now they're regretting it because they're already down 14% for the day. Haven't looked at the results, have no idea if they're good or bad. So just based off the initial reaction from the market, not suggesting they're bad. Now, another company which I have included in, or wasn't going to include, was DDH, because I'm pretty sure Perenti is buying out DDH. So DDH share price should have reacted as well. Yeah. So almost similar reaction from the market in regards to DD1 Limited. Now to a company that saw the share price rise on their half-year results or full-year results. That is Hub24, up 12.3%. And this chart looks pretty good as well. This could also be near an all-time high. We actually have to look at the weekly chart. Not quite. So we did get not quite. The highs was back in October 2021. So not quite as high. Not the all-time high, unlike what we have seen in Altium. I'm struggling to speak at the moment. Now onto a company I was a little bit surprised by the reaction from the market. And then I took a little bit of a deeper dive, and it looks like the company's results actually did not meet expectations, because when I looked at the numbers, they look pretty good. That company is Data3. Now, I think potentially the market is overreacting to Data3. This is still the weekly chart. Share price in a beautiful uptrend just on the weekly chart. But the share price is down a fair bit today. This could be, instead of, say, an opportunity, this could be the complete opposite, where maybe you should sell on these results. But I think, again, possibly the market is overreacting because Even though they did not hit expectations or guidance, it wasn't that far off. I think 8% or something like that. So that's why Data3 share price is down 18.2% on the 22nd of August, because they did not meet expectations. Now, I could be wrong because I had a quick look, and that was the explanation I did read elsewhere. Now, some interesting happenings with Redbubble, up 15 points. So you can see all these companies' share price up over 10%, down over 10%, just based off their full or half year results. Redbubble looks like the low is in. I'm going to say now, a nice little pullback after a good run up in share price. And then the company has released their full year results. And I think the low is in for Redbubble. I'm not the biggest fan of this company. So I would probably be ignoring this particular bounce in the share price. A company I have owned in the past, a company that listed, pretty sure they listed after COVID-19, that did benefit from COVID-19 because they are a testing company. You know, they test your stuff, test to see if you've got COVID. And when you have a look at their results, a significant decrease in everything because testing of COVID-19 is going away. And they really benefited from that. And for some reason, the market was surprised about their results. Maybe, again, just like Data3, the results disappointed the market and were below expectations. But Australian Clinical Labs share price down 15%. What is interesting when it comes to Australian Clinical Labs is if you look at the previous low, right there, back in early this year, late last year, share price has gone below that low. So we are talking about maybe an all-time low for Australian Clinical Labs. Yes, an all-time low. This company listed on the ASX, an opportunistic, if I said that right, listing in May 2021. The market loved it for a while and then pulled back. So this is a perfect example of don't fall in love with a company. The share price was in a beautiful uptrend. The uptrend came to an end and I took profits pretty quickly. Now to a company that was trading, I sold out of my trade because the market or the chart started to look weak, not only on the daily chart, but also the 1 hourly chart, is Kogan, and they released their results down 10.3%. A nice little bounce during the day. Share price was down more, and it looks like the share price has bounced off a support level, or very close to that support level. Look at the 1 hourly chart for Kogan. Maybe we'll be able to see it. Yeah, so most of the selling was in the first hour, and the share price is trying to bounce after that. But you just see the 1 hourly chart, there was a little bit of pressure on the share price over the past few days. So maybe the market was not expecting good results from Kogan. Now, I'm pretty sure they've already hinted at their results. I'm not sure why the market reacting really bad. This has happened a couple of times now, where companies or the market has sold off on a company when they've already told the market what the results were going to be. So it seems like some participants in the market aren't reading announcements from companies. The next company is Coles. You don't usually see Coles share price drop 6% in one day. This is a defensive stock. I would assume a lot of investors in Australia own Coles, Woolworths, because it's defensive, because you don't usually see the share price drop 6% in one day. But this has happened to Coles on the 22nd of August. Share price has dropped 6% on pretty big volume. So obviously their results disappointed the market. And this chart looks pretty ugly. And it looks like someone knew before the results were released that the results might not be good, because there was a little bit of selling in the 3 days leading up to the release of the results. Now, I'm not going to say loose lips, but it does look pretty suspect. Now, in saying all that, if we look at the lows we saw back in October, November last year, share price right now is at those lows. So I'm looking at a zone there. So this could be, just like I was talking about before, an opportunity to buy into this company. And in fact, that support level goes even further back to the start of 2022. So this could be an opportunity to buy into Coles if you like this company. However, these results disappointed, and I wouldn't be surprised to see the share price fall even further from here. But I wouldn't even be surprised to see the share price bounce, because it is at a support level. The market, a lot of participants in the market know it's a support level. So like a self-fulfilling prophecy, we might see a bounce. Now, if the bounce is weak, that's when we might see trouble for Coles moving forward. I still think these companies, Coles and Woolworths, are really overvalued, prices earnings ratio of 20 for very little growth. Now, more than likely, Woolworths have not released their results yet. I want to see if there is a side effect to Woolworths share price. Let's have a look. Yep. So share price of Woolworths is down about 3%. So nothing significant. And this chart actually looks way better than Coles, but Woolworths P ratio is ridiculous at the moment. 27% for a company that's not growing. That's ridiculous. Ridiculous. I would not even think about having Woolworths or Coles in my portfolio just yet. Maybe Coles, but definitely not Woolworths. There's not much potential for growth. Where's the growth in their company going to come from? It's only population growth, maybe 1 or 2% per year. And their margins won't increase all that much at all either. Anyway, rant over for Woolworths. Now to Megaport. Now, I'll be honest with you, I did not even look at Megaport's financial year results. I don't care about their financial year results. I mostly care about their quarterly report. And their quarterly report was released last month. The market reacted really well to that. And for some reason, the market reacted really well to their full year results. Share price is in a beautiful uptrend after being in a brutal downtrend for a while. This is a beautiful daily chart. This is the definition of an uptrend. And not only that, the reason why the share price is an uptrend and why sentiment has shifted for this company is because of really good announcements from the company. So beautiful chart for Megaport. Now onto AWC, Alumina Limited. I don't know much about this company, but just like other companies, the share price is at interesting support levels. So we go back to the lows we saw back in October last year. Share price is right on those lows. If we look at the weekly chart, I'm pretty sure this company has something to do with aluminium. If you look at the weekly chart, this is actually brutal, ugly looking weekly chart because share price for Lumina now is at a multi-year low. We're talking about 2016. Last time share price was this low. ARB. Now, the share price of this company was down a lot today, but there has been a rally in the share price. Again, this is a perfect example of a potential opportunity to buy into a company when the market maybe has overreacted. So the share price is actually up. And if you definitely see this when we look at the 1 hour chart, we can see a rally in the share price during the day. In fact, the rally started in the first hour. So let's have a look at a 5-minute chart. We'll probably see a rally starting almost straight away. Yeah, the share price has actually at one point got back up to where it closed the previous day. So in that first 5 minutes, share price of this company was down over 10%. Someone took a position in ARB at, say, $29.53 and probably sold at $33.50. A nice one-day profit of over 10%. Now, share price got back up to where it closed yesterday and now has pulled back. Interesting happenings with ARB. Onto another company I own, and that's Prime Financial Group, a very small company with a markup about 40 million, if I remember correctly. 43 million, dividend yield of 5.9, price-to-earnings ratio less than 10, and their results were pretty good. You can see the chart here. Actually, look at the daily chart. Chart wasn't an uptrend, and there's a little bit of weakness during the first half of 2023. But again, I think the market overreacted a little bit. Share price up 11.9% on their full-year results. Not a lot of volume, though. That's one thing about Prime Financial Group. And Service Stream, the last company we're looking at in today's video. Weird. This is a really strange one-day candlestick. It's like a, what do you call it, a doji. Share price, you can only see it here because there's no body, zero body, which means the open and the close, although we haven't got to close yet, are at exactly the same share price. But when we look at the 5-minute chart for Service Stream, now on first glance, the results were really good. Massive amount of volatility today with Service Stream. Share price down in that first hour, down a fair bit, a few percent. Actually, it would have been more than that. Got 2% here. So it would have been down about 5% on open. Share price rallied from about 83 cents or so all the way up to 91.5 cents. And then the selling came in, and that selling started at around about 10.50, and the share price went from 91 cents all the way down to 81 cents and now it's rallying back up to 83. Not much of a rally, but not a lot of volume in that sell-off. That's the other thing. Very little volume, which is not necessarily a bad thing. So the market is unsure about ServiceStream. Was this good? Was this bad? Even though share price is down 6.2% right now, I think potentially an overreaction from the market, because what I saw in ServiceStream's results wasn't too bad. Now, I could be completely wrong because, again, I haven't had a close look. So, time is 3:57 p.m. Closing auction is about to start in 3 minutes. I'll come back to my computer at 4:12 p.m. and have a look at the best performing companies on the ASX. In fact, I can show you right now. So this is the last time we looked. Now, this is not the best performing companies on the ASX. This is best performing companies, about top 30 or so, ranked by market cap. So Altium, which might be the best performing company. No, there's a few other companies, but they're very small companies. This is why sometimes I rank them by market cap. So Altium up 27.5%, Sandfire up 5.5%. We've already talked about Hub 24, Paladin up, Megaport, Mader Group, which I didn't talk about, that's up 6.8%. Ordinator pretty good, and I think that's all. Arafura Rare Earths up 9.4%. And I think that's all for the best performing companies. We have Redbubble there. Now we can have a look at the worst performing companies today, rank them by market cap. So we have NHF, which actually did release their results yesterday. So surprising. Let's have a quick look at NHF. I thought the share price was up yesterday. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Yeah. Oh, this is really weird. Yeah, this is strange. So it was up yesterday by 4.5% and a really ugly one-day candlestick. I don't know. Maybe what it took, there was a sort of delayed reaction from the market. It took a while from some analysis to go through NIB Holdings results, and during today they found something they didn't like and they sold, and probably see that on the 5-minute chart. Yeah, the selling started in the first 5 minutes, so more than likely overnight or yet lately yesterday, they went through the results, the analysis went through the results, and they saw something they didn't like. Not a lot of volume, probably the other thing, but an ugly looking one-day chart for, was it NIB Holdings? We also have here Data3, I've already talked about them, Parenti, Australian Clinical Labs, Kogan, DDH1, and Smart Parking is on here too. Sezzle is on here too. Anyway, that's all I got for today's video. Time is 4 p.m. Trading has finished for the day, apart from the closing auction. If you have any questions about any companies I've mentioned in today's video, if you're an Altium shareholder before today, you're really enjoying life today. The share price up 25% or so. So if you have any questions, just leave those questions in the comment section of the video. Just want to see share price of Altium. Last thing I should mention is I am not a financial advisor. If you do need financial advice, make sure you seek out someone who is qualified and can speak to your own financial needs. That's it for this video. Have a good day. Bye.